You are closer than you think. One habit decides everything. Most people believe wealth is built through rare opportunities, perfect timing, or extraordinary talent. In reality, for the majority, it is built through small, repeated decisions that look insignificant in the moment. One of the most powerful of those decisions is committing to invest just $100 every month. That number sounds modest, almost forgettable. For many people, it is less than what disappears through impulse spending, unused subscriptions, or convenience purchases. Yet over time, this single habit can reshape financial security, personal freedom, and long-term opportunity. Before dismissing this idea, pause for a moment. Think about your own monthly spending. Have you noticed how small amounts seem harmless, but somehow leave you with little to show for them? That pattern is exactly where long-term outcomes are decided. According to surveys by major financial institutions, a large percentage of adults in the United States cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing. This includes people with stable jobs, degrees, and respectable incomes. The problem is rarely intelligence. It is almost always structure and habit. Most households operate on a simple loop: earn, spend, repeat. Income comes in, bills are paid. Whatever remains is absorbed by lifestyle, convenience, and social pressure. Very little is systematically set aside to grow. On the surface, this lifestyle looks normal. There may be nice clothes, modern devices, reliable transportation, and occasional travel. But beneath that appearance is vulnerability. One medical issue, one job loss, one economic slowdown can disrupt everything. The purpose of investing $100 a month is not to become rich quickly. It is to break this fragile cycle and replace it with something stronger, a system that quietly builds resilience. When people imagine wealth, they often picture dramatic success stories: startup founders, celebrity investors, real estate empires, sudden windfalls. These stories dominate headlines because they are rare and exciting. But they are not how most financial independence is actually built. The most reliable path is slow, consistent, and almost boring. It relies on time, discipline, and compound growth, and that is precisely why so many people ignore it. Compound growth is not emotionally exciting in its early stages. It does not produce dramatic short-term results, but over decades it becomes one of the most powerful forces in personal finance. Point 1. Consistency beats intensity. Saving or investing large amounts occasionally feels impressive, but doing something small every month is far more effective. $100 invested monthly equals $1,200 per year. Over 10 years, that's $12,000 in contributions, but with average market returns, it becomes much more. Historically, diversified stock market investments in the United States have returned around 8 to 10% annually over long periods. At 8% average return, $100 per month invested for 10 years grows to roughly $18,000. At 20 years, it reaches about $59,000. At 40 years, it approaches $350,000. These numbers are not projections from extreme scenarios. They are based on long-term market behavior observed over decades. Notice something important. The longer you stay invested, the more dramatic the growth becomes. This is because returns begin to earn returns. Growth starts stacking on top of growth. In the early years, it feels slow. After a decade, it feels noticeable. After several decades, it becomes transformative. Have you ever wondered why people who start early seem to have an unfair advantage later in life? This is why. Point 2. Time is more valuable than income. Many people believe they must earn more before they can invest. They wait for promotions, new jobs, or better circumstances. While higher income helps, it is not the main driver of long-term wealth. Time is. Starting at age 25 with $100 per month is far more powerful than starting at 35 with $300 per month. The earlier investor benefits from 10 extra years of compounding on every dollar. Those lost years cannot be recovered. Every month you delay is not just a missed contribution, it's a missed chain of future growth. If you're listening to this and thinking, "I wish I had started earlier," that feeling is normal. Almost everyone feels it eventually. The only mistake is letting regret delay action even further. The best time to start was years ago. The second best time is now. Point 3. The habit matters more than the amount. The true value of investing $100 a month is not only financial, it is psychological. When you commit to this habit, your relationship with money changes. You begin paying attention to spending. You notice where money leaks away. You start evaluating purchases differently. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" you start asking, "What is this costing my future?" That shift is powerful. A $100 dinner is no longer just a meal, it's potential future wealth. A spontaneous shopping trip is no longer harmless, it's delayed progress. This awareness doesn't make life miserable, it makes it intentional. People who build wealth are not necessarily more disciplined by nature, they simply structure their environment to support good decisions. Which brings us to an important question. Where does the $100 come from? For most people, it comes from one of two places: expense optimization and income expansion. Often it comes from both. On the expense side, start with fixed costs. Insurance, phone plans, internet services, and subscriptions are common sources of waste. Many households overpay simply because they never renegotiate. A few hours of comparison shopping can reduce monthly expenses by $50 to $100 or more. Then look at subscriptions. Streaming services, apps, gyms, software, and memberships often continue unnoticed. Auditing these charges frequently reveals money being spent on services rarely used. Next, examine variable spending. Eating out, convenience purchases, delivery fees, and impulse buys may seem minor individually. Together, they often exceed $100 monthly. The goal is not extreme deprivation, it's strategic redirection. On the income side, small increases make a difference. Freelancing, tutoring, consulting, reselling, overtime shifts, or digital services can easily generate an extra $100 a month. In today's economy, many people already have monetizable skills without realizing it. Which approach feels more realistic for you? Cutting expenses, increasing income, or combining both? Think about that for a moment. If one option feels easier, start there. Point 4. Investing transforms money into a system. Saving alone is not enough. Savings protect you. Investing grows you. When you invest consistently, your money becomes a working asset. It participates in economic growth. It benefits from business expansion, innovation, and productivity gains. Over time, this changes your financial trajectory. Consider this example. Invest $100 per month for 40 years at an average 8% return. You contribute $48,000. The final balance exceeds $350,000. More than $300,000 comes from growth, not labor. This is the core principle of wealth building. Labor is limited. Capital is scalable. At first, returns are small. A 10% gain on $5,000 is $500. That seems unimpressive. But at $100,000, the same percentage produces $10,000. At $300,000, it produces $30,000. Growth accelerates as balances grow. This is why early investing feels unrewarding and later investing feels powerful. Point 5. Automation protects discipline. Knowing what to do is easy. Doing it consistently is hard. Life constantly offers reasons to postpone investing. Emergencies, sales, social pressure, lifestyle upgrades, unexpected expenses. Relying on willpower is unreliable. Successful investors automate. They set up automatic transfers from their checking account to their investment account. The money moves before they can spend it. Investing becomes as routine as paying rent or utilities. This pay-yourself-first approach removes friction and temptation. If you have not automated your savings or investments, this may be the single most impactful change you can make. Have you already set something like this up? If not, what has stopped you so far? Point 6. Mindset determines momentum. As your account grows, something interesting happens. You begin to enjoy watching it grow. Monthly statements become motivating. Market recoveries feel rewarding. Progress becomes visible. Investing shifts from sacrifice to satisfaction. This creates momentum. People who see results look for ways to accelerate them. They invest bonuses, they redirect raises, they build side income, they optimize expenses. Wealth building becomes a positive feedback loop. Instead of asking how much they can spend, they ask how much they can invest. This mindset is not about being cheap, it is about being future-oriented. Point 7. Volatility is not failure. Markets do not rise smoothly. There are recessions, crashes, and corrections. Portfolios sometimes decline sharply. This is normal. The biggest threat to long-term investors is not volatility, it is panic. Many people quit during downturns. They sell at losses. They abandon their plan. They turn temporary declines into permanent damage. Historically, markets have recovered from every major crisis over time. Those who stayed invested were rewarded, those who fled were not. Consistent investing during downturns is actually beneficial. You buy more shares at lower prices. When recovery comes, those purchases grow faster. Patience is part of the strategy. Point 8. Financial stability creates opportunity. Building an investment portfolio does more than increase net worth. It increases options. With savings and investments, you can take calculated risks. You can change careers, start a business, relocate, invest in education, accept lower-paying roles with better growth potential, handle emergencies without debt. Without financial reserves, most people are forced into conservative decisions that prioritize short-term survival. Money creates flexibility. Flexibility creates opportunity. Have you ever passed up an opportunity because of money stress? Many people have. Investing reduces that vulnerability over time. Point 9. $100 is a starting point, not a ceiling. The goal is not to invest exactly $100 forever. The goal is to establish a system. As income grows, contributions usually grow. A person who starts with $100 at 25 may be investing $500 or $1,000 by 40. Early habits enable later acceleration. But even if contributions never increase, the long-term impact remains meaningful. Small beginnings can produce substantial outcomes when sustained. Point 10. Confidence compounds too. There's a psychological benefit that rarely gets discussed. Watching your net worth grow builds confidence. You begin trusting yourself with long-term plans. You feel capable of managing complexity. You become proactive instead of reactive. This confidence often spreads to other areas: career maturation, entrepreneurship, learning new skills, strategic planning. Financial discipline reinforces personal discipline. Which of these changes would matter most in your life right now? If you find this perspective useful, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And if you want more practical insights like this, subscribing helps you stay connected. Now, let's address a common objection. I don't make enough. Many people believe investing is only for high earners. This is false. Some of the most successful long-term investors began with modest incomes. What mattered was structure, not salary. Starting small proves that wealth building is accessible. Another objection is, I'll start later. Later is always more expensive. Every year of delay reduces future outcomes. Waiting rarely improves readiness. It usually reinforces inaction. Readiness comes from starting, not waiting. A third objection is fear. Fear of losing money, fear of making mistakes, fear of markets. These fears are understandable. The solution is education and diversification. Low-cost index funds, retirement accounts, and diversified portfolios reduce risk significantly over long periods. Doing nothing carries its own risk: inflation, lost opportunity, and dependence. Which risk feels more dangerous to you in the long run? At this point, the strategy is clear. Commit to a manageable amount, automate it, invest it wisely, protect it emotionally, and let time do the work. This approach is not exciting. It does not produce viral headlines. It does not promise overnight success. It produces independence. And independence is rare. If you have followed this far, take a moment to reflect. Where could you realistically find $100 per month? What would need to change? What would need to stop? What would need to start? Write it down. Think it through. And if you're comfortable, share in the comments what your biggest obstacle is. Others may be dealing with the same challenge. Wealth is not built through perfection. It is built through persistence. One decision, repeated monthly over decades. That is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary stability. If this message helped clarify your thinking, consider liking and sharing it. It helps more people access practical financial education. Your future will be shaped by patterns you establish today. Not tomorrow, not someday, today.